Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Green, sometimes referred to as the Retirement Life Transition Specialist or the Retirement Life Architect. This is part B. Part A, I talked about what I've learned from helping people through life transitions, and that was more a couple of stories, the ones that I remember that were more profound for me. And this now is part B, where you can actually take notes, and I have bullet points and so forth. And this is the more practical educational side. I just wanted you to know a little bit about some experiences I've had and people that went through life changes and how they dealt with it. So this is part B, what I've learned from helping people through life transitions. So welcome and thank you again for being here. Today's topic is deeply personal to me because over the years, I've had the privilege of working with individuals navigating some of the most significant transitions of their lives. We're talking about retirement, loss of identity after a career, health changes, relationship shifts, and that quiet but powerful question, what comes next for me? And what I've learned is this: life transitions are not just about change, they are about transformation, but only if you approach them the right way. Today, I want to share with you the most important lessons I've learned so you can navigate your own next chapter with clarity, confidence, and purpose. One of the biggest misconceptions is that life transitions are, logistical problems. They're not. They are emotional experiences. You can have the finances in place, the time available, the opportunity right there in front of you, and still feel uncertain, still feel anxious, still feel stuck. Why? Because transitions challenge your identity. Who am I if I'm no longer my job title, the person others relied on, the version of myself I've always known? The people who navigate transitions successfully, they don't ignore this. They just acknowledge it and work through it. Many people wait for clarity making a move. They think I'll take action once I know exactly what I want. But here's what I've consistently seen: clarity comes from action, not the other way around. The individuals who thrive in transition, they try new things, they step outside of their comfort zone, and they stay curious instead of fearful. They don't have everything figured out, but they just start moving, and each step forward reveals the next one. This may be the most overlooked factor in successful transitions. Your environment matters more than your intentions. If you stay in the same environment, same routines, same conversations, same limitations, you often get the same result. But when people intentionally change their environment, even temporarily, something powerful happens. They begin to think differently. They begin to see new possibilities. They begin to reconnect with themselves. I've seen individuals experience breakthroughs in days that they couldn't have even achieved in years on their own. Why? Because they finally created space for change. One of the most powerful and most profound lessons I've learned: purpose is not something you lose, it's something you redefine. Many people enter a transition feeling like something is missing. But what's really happening is this: the old version of purpose no longer fits, and a new one is waiting to be created. The people who navigate this well, they reflect deeply, they reconnect with matters, they focus on contributions, not just activity. They ask, who do I want to become now? How do I want to impact others? What gives my life meaning today? And from those questions, a new sense of purpose emerges. Now, let's be honest: change is uncomfortable, even when it's positive, even when it's necessary. But here's the key difference that I've observed: people who struggle try to do it alone. People who succeed, they seek guidance, structure, and community. Because support shortens the distance between where you are and where you want to be. You don't have to figure all of this out by yourself. If you're in transition right now or you feel one approaching, let me say this clearly. There's nothing wrong with you feeling, there's nothing wrong for you for feeling uncertain. In fact, it may be a sign that you're really ready for something more. And if you're asking yourself, what's next for me? How do I create meaning in this stage of life? How do I move forward with confidence? Then you're exactly the kind of person that I've designed something special for. And that's the Pinnacle Senior Life Transformation Retreat in Costa Rica. It is built specifically for individuals navigating life transition. It's focused, immersed experience where you can step away from your current environment, gain clarity and direction, reconnect with your purpose, build a plan for what comes next. And just as importantly, you'll be surrounded by others who are on a similar journey because transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in the right environment with the right support. So if you're ready to move from uncertainty to clarity and confidence, this may be your next step. Life transitions can feel like endings, but in reality, they are invitations. They are invitations to grow. They are invitations to redefine yourself, and they are invitations to create a life that is more aligned, meaningful, and fulfilling. Thank you for listening to both part A and part B, and I hope this gave you a new perspective on what's possible.